true intentions. Heartbreak, disappointment. You may feel it coming. It's like you can anticipate it. Like this person is going to disappoint you in some type of way, which is why you may be keeping your distance, no strings attached, not putting any emotion into the connection. I'm also picking up on there being a one-sidedness within a relationship. There could be some sexual chemistry between two people, but an individual doesn't want a relationship. Look, reckless in love and sex. These are individuals who may be having sex unprotected. One person has feelings and the other individual doesn't. It's strictly sex for that person. This woman seems to be disappointed. I also heard disrespected. So they're taking it as a sign of disrespect that this masculine energy doesn't want a relationship with them. And they may have been very reckless in their behavior for this person in hopes of solidifying a relationship. It's like this masculine energy is like, no, that's not what we talked about. That's not what we agreed upon. We was reckless in our decision to have sex. I don't have the same feelings that you have. This woman struggles with loving herself. And she has been looking for love in all the wrong places. Now, for my masculine energy, you can end up connecting with this woman. It was fun. You didn't want anything serious in the relationship, but this person caught feelings. And now it feels like it's going to be a burden dealing with that individual. They are expecting you to do things that you would normally do for someone that you have feelings for. Even small gestures as calling them, sending them a good morning text message. I feel as if, again, things are one-sided and one person may reach out more than the other individual. The only time someone really gets some attention, the person who has feelings, who have fallen in love, only time they get attention is if they're offering sex or if they're paying for it in some form or fashion. I'm also picking up on a hotel stay. Somebody could be getting a hotel room. So there is a level of secrecy within this relationship. Okay, so somebody left you hanging for romance. Okay, you got to be the bearer of bad news. You may end up delivering some bad news to an individual. It's like you have to be honest with them about how you feel or what you see, even if you don't want to. This could be a conversation that you have with someone and they're like, I'm talking to somebody new and this person, they don't reach out, check on me, see how I'm doing. This woman ends up getting a flat tire and the masculine energy, they send this person a text message. That masculine energy is not coming to help them or change their tire. So again, it's forcing an individual to look at the connection that they have and how reckless they have been with giving their love away as well as sex. And someone's true intention, all they want is sex, no strings attached. They're not looking for love. They want to be reckless. They don't want to worry about shit. That comes along with a relationship. Someone not turning their back on another individual. I see someone loving an individual through their recklessness. Again, somebody is needing to love themselves. because some shit is definitely one-sided. Now, I do feel like individuals may feel like you're coming across as being shady or you're being in your feelings. But you've had to tough some shit out, especially when it comes to love. Shady feelings when it comes to a thug. A thug's love. I feel like somebody only loves when you tell them positive things, when you build them up. They don't want the harsh truth. This is someone that you would never really turn your back on, even if you don't agree with how they handle situations in life, how they approach relationships. Something that you may do or something you may say could come across as being shady. And with this being on the bottom of the deck, somebody is being shady straight up because they in their feelings. Or if you was being shady towards a masculine energy. Now, I do feel like somebody was being shady and saying that an individual was just somebody's sex partner. Like, oh, that person didn't love them. That person didn't want them. They was just sleeping with them. It's like someone is speaking for another individual, not knowing how that person really feels about another person. Now, when it comes to a relationship and two people actually sleeping in the same bed together, one person turns their back on the other individual. It's like two people in the same bed and they sleeping with their back towards each other. Especially after sex. It's like somebody has sex with an individual and then there's no cuddling. It's like them just rolling over and turning their back on that person. Chill. What's going on with the individual's true intentions? Saint Charles or the name Charles could be significant. Look at this hope. Okay, so somebody is hoping that an individual doesn't know another person. They're also hoping that two people are not married. Clouding judgment on its side. So there are some illusions, but I do feel like you're going to begin to see things clearly. Somebody was reckless in love. I'm also picking up on an individual who may be celibate. So someone is not having sex, or somebody may be covering up who they have been having sex with. I pick up on a masculine energy being comfortable with someone from the same cultural background or same ethnic group. But you do have, again, there's someone from another culture or ethnic group who is hoping to take this person's place. See, this is how I see the cards. Two individuals are not committed. So somebody is like, there's no strings attached. There's a masculine energy who feels as if he needs to prove himself to this woman. He's trying to explain himself. He's trying to explain the situation. He may even be letting this woman know, like, I don't have no strings attached to this other woman who is of a different ethnic group. But see how the cards were laying on each other. It lets me know that someone is trying to cover up some things, but also this woman was wanting to take this woman's place. I feel like one woman may be natural. They're down to earth, could have some earth placements in their chart. They do have high expectations out of their partner. And this person carries some sadness with them. But I also feel like these two individuals are very comfortable with each other. This woman could also smoke grass, or this individual could grow or have their own plants. And this woman who's wanting to take this other woman's place, she's hoping that these two aren't committed or there's no strings attached. She could even feel like because there's no rings on an individual's hand that that person is not truly committed. I do sense someone admitting to being reckless in their choices with love. This is definitely some third party shit. Mm-hmm. And a whole lot of gossip. Look at this lusting. Somebody is also being shady because they're lusting after another individual. And this could even be you throwing shade because of who someone is lusting after. You know, this could be talking about an individual because of who they are attracted to. Like, oh, you like bad body built bitches. You throwing shade. Let's keep it 100. Even though someone made a reckless decision. Now you have clarity. And you will have more clarity about the situation. Somebody is also being shady because they are up under a lot of stress. Now, I do feel like someone is hoping that your judgment is cloudy and that you will be reckless. But you have clarity. So if somebody is trying to get you to smoke or get you to drink, they're hoping that they get you so inebriated that you will be reckless in your behavior. Main male. This is about the masculine energy. Message. Okay. This person is sending a message. Again, somebody is hoping that that masculine energy doesn't have any strings attached. Look at this. Reckless in love when it comes to a wealthy man. An individual allowing their wealth to cloud their judgment. I'm also picking up on someone seeing the value or basing the value of a man off of what they have to offer, off of their appearance, off of their wealth. And someone lacks morals when it comes to being around wealthy men. They know that an individual may be in a relationship or they have something going on, but they're hoping to take another person's place. They see the man that they want. They go after that man. Their judgment is not clouded. They're willing to be reckless for this person's love because of this person's status. And it's fated for an individual. It's a part of that person's karma for them to be financially stable or wealthy, especially if you're a life path number 4. January 13th is also significant. Somebody keep hearing footsteps in the dark. Family room. So somebody sees a rich man or an individual who got some shit going on for them. I feel like individuals were like sitting in a room together. These two people could have met being friends, being at the same place at the same time. And there's this very bold woman who approaches this masculine energy, wanting to solidify a relationship, willing to be reckless. Just because this man appears to be financially stable. And this woman was hoping that the reckless sex would cloud this person's judgment. Like, oh, this man will never suspect that she's trying to take another person's place. And even when it comes to sex, recklessness, not wearing protection. This man knows that this woman is after his money because, and not only that, this man changed when he got some money. He did. Or when he started doing good in life. See, this woman never gave this man a second look when he didn't have what he has now or what he acquired along the journey. See, because she turned her back on this masculine energy. And when I say she, meaning this woman who is hoping to take another woman's place. She never gave this masculine a second look or even a second thought. Even if this masculine came around just wearing like regular clothes, not dressed up, could have even had their work clothes on. Wasn't until that woman found out that this masculine got some money, or that he was in a relationship, or that he knew certain people. He had some status about him that she wanted to be reckless and give him that attention. And this masculine was aware of that. These men ain't stupid. Look, he hit the jackpot. He had clarity the moment that he hit the jackpot. He became financially stable or started receiving some clout. But I also feel like you would have clarity about who this masculine energy is when he comes into some money. You'll know who he truly is. Especially those of you who y'all have gone through a journey with the masculine energy when you was with that person when they didn't have shit. Once they got on their feet, once they acquired some wealth or assets in life, they started being reckless in the relationship. You finally saw that masculine for who he truly was. You could feel like that masculine switched up on you. Look at this marriage. Somebody being shady when it comes to marriage, the individual's commitment. I do feel like a relationship was tested with this stress card in marriage. The two people also being extremely shady with each other. Soon as I Get Home is playing by Babyface. When it comes to love, soon as somebody get home from work, promises to treat the individual right. A man's loyalty is tested when he has everything. A woman's loyalty is tested when her man has nothing. But it's also a lot of shady bullshit that's going on behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. Someone being shady when it comes to your commitment, your marriage, or a long-term relationship, someone that you have vowed to be with, to spend this life with. Yes, the relationship has been stressful, but somebody being shady, talking about that person didn't have any type of love for you. They were hoping that it was a no strings relationship. They let other shit cloud their judgment. And it could have a lot to do with that masculine energy's actions when they got some money in their pockets. But that person with this clarity card, they never really turned their back. In ways, yes, they did. But in a lot of ways, they never turned their back on the individual. It's like they weren't fully committed. Clarify main male. Knight of Pentacles. Gourmet chef. This is somebody who loves to cook. This is also somebody who likes to eat out as well. But see, this is someone who they have a stable relationship. Somebody in their life that actually feeds them. Somebody that they can chop it up with. Somebody from the block is what I hear. Steak and potatoes. This person may like steak and potatoes. No strings. So an individual being wined and dined, hoping that this person, they don't have any strings with you, but you are a long-term connection in this person's life. You are someone that this person can chop it up with, this main male. Okay. Your ex, their mother, is denying the fact that you and them had a relationship, is what I just heard. And this masculine may like to cook. Okay, 111 is going to be your confirmation. That's going to be a confirmation of clarity and truth with someone's intentions. An individual is being forced to be honest. I do pick up on you winning the jackpot or winning some money. Somebody could also be playing either bingo, any type of gambling, going to the boat. January 11th through the 13th will be significant to this message. Okay, I pick up this masculine energy said that they are not from this town. The town that this masculine energy acquired their wealth in, they're not from that town. They were reckless in love. And the song that's playing is Love. The next, ooh, child. Check this out. You got the song Love, right? But check out the next song. Somebody was creeping, honey. They was creeping for some TLC, child. With this masculine, if another person was hoping to take their long-term partner's place, they were just sex. It's like with this Knight of Pentacles energy, they were with the individual for a long time. Like they knew what to expect out of that person. This masculine energy is practical, especially when it comes to who they want to wine and dine, who they want to chop it up with. And this person could have been chopping it up with the individual on the block. But things changed. Someone, either this person doesn't live in the state or in the city that they were born in, or like this person could have acquired their wealth or fame or success in another's place, but it's not like their hometown. And if you're dealing with somebody who went out of town, they were reckless in love. Somebody is reckless in overspending, but a creep. The 23rd may be significant of loneliness. You don't talk like you used to do. 23rd, break that down as 5. Okay, so there's definitely some change that's taking place. Bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. So it's fated for an individual to get married, but it's also fated for there to be ups and downs. You have the wheel of karma in your favor. Somebody knows two individuals will end up getting married, so they're trying to be shady. Or somebody is adding more stress to a relationship than what they should. It's unnecessary because two people are going to get married anyways. And for those of you who are in long-term commitments, you may be dealing with people who have thrown shade on you or on the person that you're in a relationship with, hoping that the relationship wouldn't last. But you've been with this person for some years. Y'all could have moved, or this person could have moved. I'm also picking up on a wreck. So somebody could have gotten into a wreck. This masculine energy could have tore up a car. Okay, somebody's not happy. An individual's long-term partner, not happy. So someone has gone through some dark times. Okay, and what's done in the dark ends up coming to the light, is what I hear. This person being reckless in love. This masculine energy, if it's not about what this person is doing in the dark, this person could have dark skin. Look at this oppression. Somebody was in a dark place, an individual wasn't happy. This person may also have ended up doing some jail time. Okay, prison marriage. Somebody went to jail about a car or like eluding the police, running from the police. Could even be stolen vehicle. Okay, somebody stole a earth signs vehicle to go and see another person who's locked up. Oh, child. Yeah, somebody was reckless in love. They would do anything to get this masculine energy's attention. Be careful. You may have some clarity, like somebody's trying to hack your shit, hack your accounts. Okay. Prince of Dips. A lot of earth energy. So this is about learning. This is about educating oneself. It's clear to you also. You have clarity that an individual was going to turn their back. Somebody is a teacher. We picked up on that in the previous message. Okay, a memorial. An individual being shady about a memorial. Moon card. What's going on, Pisces and Cancer? Okay, you've been looking at like a picture or a film, things being illuminated to you. And someone is also making like a picture or a collage of pictures. I do pick up on someone living near a school. And that's going to be a confirmation. You're going to end up coming into a lot of money. You may have some clarity when the kids go back to school. You're at a turning point in your life. But I do feel like someone has been in a dark place. For those of you who have sons, you may come to the realization that your son is not happy. Even though they have all of the things that they want, material things don't make this person happy. It's like this person is pondering on reckless decisions that they have made in love. There are some things that you have to provide your son clarity on. Something that either they may have learned or asked you when they were in school. You may open up about it now. Why did somebody turn their back on education or not forcing education? Forcing their children to go to school? Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, is what I hear. Even though someone moved and acquired their wealth and fame outside of their hometown, they weren't happy. They just made reckless decisions. Georgia is significant, or somebody could have some Georgia tags, or the name Georgia is significant. Someone also has a G or S, first, middle, last initial. I also just heard that song Gas 'Em Up. So somebody was gassing an individual up. I also hear in memory of. Now, someone could have also been a young widow. I do feel like someone is being shady when it comes to a memorial. And this could even be how you memorialize someone. That person could be shady about that. I do pick up on an individual who is feeling pressure to acknowledge someone's memory. Now, going back to what we was picking up on the beginning, a masculine energy who straight up just told somebody like, look, they don't want no strings attached. In spite of them telling an individual that, that person was still hoping that that masculine energy would see their love and loyalty, that they've been there for some time, that they're willing to wine and dine on them. Because I do feel like whoever this third party is that was trying to take this other person's place, oh, they broke bread on this main male. Shit. Again, reckless decisions when it comes to sex and love. That connection was one-sided. I heard she never had my heart. So if someone was trying to take your place, hoping that they could, they never had this man's heart. And even with all of that shit that they were acquiring, they were never happy. It was a lesson that they had to learn when it comes to material possessions. They now have clarity. But the clarity only came through the lesson in their actions. It's like now they realize that someone wanted to take another person's place, that they were reckless by risking a connection with possibly you. And it's so strange because the energies that I'm picking up on, everybody's message is kind of different, but it really boils down to the same sentiments. However, there's third parties being involved. But these individuals are connected to one specific man whose life changed. At one point, they didn't have a lot. Things changed. The journey, their judgment was clouded, especially with wealth. Even though the wealth and the reckless sex didn't make them happy. Like if you was in a relationship with somebody and they were cheating, the cheating or the other people, it didn't make them happy. They didn't know how to deal with their stress in the relationship, especially if people were being shady with y'all's connection, saying shit about you behind your back to that person. They were trying to live up to another person's expectations, which also lets you know that someone was encouraging that person's reckless behavior to date other people behind your back. You're going to learn a lot about an individual's outlook or perception once you decide to open up. You have a lot of clarity when it comes to the past, or you will. 4242 is your angel number. Have a wonderful night, boo. Bye.